Leandre got te juice.
Glad you chose to stop by the channel today. Just wanted to give you an opportunity to really become a part of this community here at the Coach Smook Network. We like to call ourselves the AAA family. The AAA stands for authenticity above all. We just want to give you an opportunity to become a part of this community because we're growing and we're doing something special here as a fan base, not just for Alabama, but the fan community as a whole. We're creating an environment where it's safe to be yourself, be authentic, and meet people who share the same passion you share, whether it's for the same team or not. You can do this by becoming a member of the AAA family. You simply start by just clicking the link provided to you by one of the moderators in the chat, or it'll be pinned to the top of the chat. Click that link, it'll bring you to my homepage. When you get to my homepage, make sure you hit the notification button and turn on all notifications. Understand that there are multiple ways to support the channel, and each level has its perks. You can go through and read each perk. As we continue to grow, new perks will be added to each level. One thing we would like to highlight that all AAA members are greatly appreciated. It does not go unnoticed that you have taken time and hard-earned money to support this channel. Once you join, YouTube is going to ask for some payment information, and make sure you monitor your subscription dates. Also, if you really want to get interactive with the community and find out what's going on, think about joining our Discord family. This is where you can get into all the fan talk of the community, and also there are networking opportunities. Please be mindful that there are rules and that we expect everyone to treat everyone with respect. Also, if you're looking to partner with Coach Smook Network or sponsor, please hit us up at coachsmooknetwork@gmail.com, and our staff will get back to you in a timely manner. I'm your boy, Coach Smook of the Coach Smook Network, and I thank you for supporting this channel.
Put me in the game, Coach Smook. Put me in the game, Coach Smook.
Like, share, subscribe. You know we keep it live.
Put me in the game, Coach Smook. 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 Put me in the game, Coach Smook.
Like, share, subscribe. You know we keep it live.
Come on, chat, let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go!
Oh, come on, man. It's Friday morning. It's Friday morning. It's kickoff eve, y'all. It's kickoff eve. Give it up. Let's go, man. Turn up in the chat. I see y'all on each platform. What's good, everybody? Hit that like button. Run the likes up. It is Friday freaking. I mean, it's kickoff eve. It's not Friday Eve. It's kickoff eve, man. We didn't even come. Listen. Let's go. Let's go ahead and crank this thing up because we purposely didn't go live yesterday. And I purposely, let me tell you what I did. See, I do my own scouting reports, right? I do my own scouting reports in this industry. And I went and I watched maybe 3 to 5 minutes of each content creator that claims to be Alabama content creators or people that cover the team or say that they talk about the team. And I purposely went and I watched everybody from the top end guys to the trash content. And they were all talking about the same shit. Yes, I'm cussing this morning. I'm cussing. I'm using bad words. They were all talking about the same shit that we've been talking about for weeks. So I didn't feel the need to try to overexert myself, go and fight for views and all that stuff. And what I did was I did take a day and as cluttered and as full as I felt mentally, I really took a chance to just like do a mental brain dump yesterday and ended up going to Applebee's last night. Me and my old lady, we went to Applebee's, shout out to her. And to get out the funk, man, and ran into a group of college football fans sitting at the bar. And man, we had a great time and had some good conversations. And, you know, we had an Ohio State fan there, a Florida fan there. We had a Georgia fan. It was a couple different fan bases represented at that bar. Had some good conversation, gained some new subscribers, and ended up, you know, getting that energy back. So sometimes you just gotta trust. You gotta trust what your body tell you to do, and you gotta trust the process of how your work is being put out. And I think we're doing a great job. So I thank y'all for being here once again. Welcome into the Coach Smook Morning Show. Listen, talking some football, college football. Hey, we got the real kickoff tomorrow. I mean, last week was solid. Week 0 was solid, but tomorrow, it's time for that tide to roll, baby. So if y'all excited about kickoff tomorrow, let me know. As you all can see, I got the controller set up in the background. We got everything set up. We got the live game simulation. If you've never seen the Coach Smook headset talk, Alabama live game simulation, you have not seen live game. You haven't seen a live simulation, or you haven't seen a simulation done like this before. And it's so realistic. We get into the whole character role of things and try to apply realistic game situations. Today's live game simulation, we don't have our opponent. They want to play us on TikTok tonight. So if y'all see us live tonight, we'll be playing a Florida State user on some content creation type stuff. But for this is kind of informative. It's kind of it's not kind of informative. It's very informative. It's interactive, and you get like a real feel of what this game could look like on a realistic basis when we watching on the Coach Smook Network. So make sure y'all tap in after this live today. What's up, Si? Good to see you tapping that like on that Facebook side. Appreciate you for tapping in, bro. And then we got my people on YouTube. YouTube, wake up, man. YouTube been slipping. Y'all been slipping with the notifications. I tell you that. How much do you think the rain will affect us tomorrow? Can we get into the show first, Russell, before we start panicking about the weather? Huh? Can we get into the show first before we start panicking about the weather? And I got a segment I'm gonna add to it, Mary J. Hopefully Mary J back in the back. We was trying to get our coffee made. I gotta go get mine made. I gotta add the Fairweather fan segment back today. We're gonna add it in for the show today. I'm gonna do about a 10-minute segment for the Fairweather fans. I had some interactions on Twitter yesterday morning, and I'm sick of y'all already. You Fairweather Bama fans, we ain't even kicked off yet, and y'all already embarrassing us. You got fans tripping about one player being 3 players missing off of a roster of 80-something 4-star, 5-star athletes. All this excitement about rotational depth. We got depth. We deep at this position. And when somebody go down, we panicking. Oh my God, what are we going to do without Jam? Our running back room is going to suffer. You listening to all the outside noise of the other fan bases, because that's the first thing a Georgia fan gonna say to me. Man, y'all lost y'all starting running back.
You missing starting offensive lineman. Your defensive lineman hurt. You got dudes coming back from injury. Y'all got just
Man, shut the man, for real. Because at the end of the day, man, that is the reason why you go out and you recruit. Kalen DeBoer has not had a recruiting class or a portal class that's been ranked outside the top 5. So we got the talent there. First of all, Coach Saban left him with a top 10 roster, right? Even after the portal left, you had the number 14th ranked roster going into the season. After the portal season, you had the number 14th ranked roster, and then you go and get some portal assets that raises you to number 9 most talented roster in the nation. And then you come back next season with that same roster. You don't lose. You lose some guys after the season, but after your spring ball, you don't go lose anybody to the portal. Nobody's set out this season. Yeah, I know y'all seen the Dylan Edwards story. So we're going to get into those conversations today. I'm gonna expose a couple Fairweather Bama fans that I've been interacting with, and I'm sad to admit I got one. This supposed to be family, and she on the Twitter space talking crazy like you ain't supposed to tackle in football in practice. Like players not gonna get dinged up in practice from physical contact. You know what I'm saying? You got a guy, this Matthew Waitley guy, right? Get mad because Coach DeBoer didn't want to say Tim Keenan is out for 6 weeks while he was getting evaluated by the medical staff. You know, Coach DeBoer is a football coach. He's not a medical expert. So at the time of Tim Keenan getting evaluated after practice to see what the extent of the injury was, because once again, he did leave practice under his own power, meaning he walked off the field. He walked to the locker room. He walked to the training room. Y'all are tripping, man. That's what Booby Miles said Wednesday Facts, man. What's the point of having all this talent and stuff? Look, and I told y'all it's divine appointment. Spoke with there, and he's on the same type of energy I'm on when it comes to things happening. They happen for a reason. So we're gonna get into all those conversations, man, as we dive into the show. Appreciate y'all for tapping in. Again, remember to come in and tap the likes on the stream. Make sure y'all liking and sharing the live here on YouTube. Make sure y'all commenting. Make sure y'all, let me see what TikTok doing. Let me see TikTok, y'all up. Vaughn, what's good? Bama Pride, what's good, man? Tonio, what's good, family? Y'all tap that screen, roll tide. My guy said Baylor beats Auburn. That's tonight, ain't it? Don't Baylor and Auburn play tonight? We're gonna go over the lineup for this weekend too, y'all. I'm excited, man. I don't know about y'all. Y'all can play cool and act like this ain't it. Like, even getting to follow along, I didn't get to watch it. UAB, Alabama State. That was a game last night, man. Finally seeing the highlights from it. Alabama State gonna win the SWAC this year. I'm gonna call it right now. Alabama State gonna win the SWAC this year. Get them boys in the SWAC, man. Get them boys in the SWAC. Baylor by 3. I got Baylor by 10. Baylor by 10. All right, so we got the lineup for tonight, man. Army playing Tarleton State, man. Tarleton State, I just seen some highlights from them. They got a crazy good running back. See what Army do with that. Then you got who else tonight? Auburn, Baylor. You got Georgia Tech, Colorado at the same time. Both of these games going to be on at the same time. So what are we going to watch tonight? Watch party type vibes. Mary J, we got watch party type vibes tonight at 7 p.m. Because Carlin show don't start until 8. So we can watch at least an hour. We could react and talk while we. Oh yeah, y'all forgot. Carlin show tonight. Y'all forgot. I did it. Carlin show tonight here on the Coach Smook Network. Yeah, give it up, man. Come on. Carlin show. Y'all know y'all love the Carlin show. Carlin show. The Carlin show, late night Carlin show is usually the one where it gets real good. We get all the fan bases in here and they get to talking their crazy noise, you know, doing what they do. Oh, snap. Mary J, you see we got a new update? Look. What? We got applause in the. Go ahead, StreamYard. Let me see. Okay, StreamYard. Let me mess around and get a kind of gun. Hold up, time out, chat. Y'all gotta explore these sound effects with me. Hold on, I ain't seen this. That's a gunshot. Nah, we got to get a different bang bang up in them. We got this one. Okay, yeah. This is gonna come in handy right here. I can tell already. Mary J, they done messed up and gave your boy some sound effects. Why'd that last so long, chat? Like, what in the world? Uh-oh, let me see what this one talking about. I gotta do 2 more. Okay. Let me see. Oh, yeah. I got that one. What else we got? Laugh. Okay, yeah. All right, we got to take something off the screen, but we got some stuff, chat. So, hey, we about to get into the show, man. We got Russell, don't laugh, man. They mess around and gave your boy some doggone sound effect. The guys that are out are seniors. They could have left last year. Facts, Paige, Stacy. Y'all ready to get into that conversation, ain't it? Y'all ready to have that conversation? Y'all want to jump on the Fairweather's head first, or what y'all want to do? Cause I'm down for either at this point. Cause I'm sick of it, man. We can't even get into the season good, man. We can't even get to the season good. And you got Auntie Rita, very, very, very well known Twitter space Bama voice, my sister, right? She's my sister. And I had to check up, but like, what the hell are you on this mug inciting these Fairweather fields of riots, right? These Fairweather riots. And we're gonna start the show with that. That's how we're gonna start the show. I'm gonna do it today. All right, y'all ready to get into it? Let's get into it. We're not going to the calling segment yet, but we're just gonna get into some conversation. Y'all ready to do it? I'm ready to do it. Let's go. You talking about Jalen Miro and the Pips? The perfect week. So yeah, we getting into it, man. Jumping into it right now. Don't care about no feelings right now because folks don't care to be solid fans and the season ain't kicked off yet. How you already complaining about some stuff that's happening on the field and we ain't even on the field yet? Huh? How you already complaining about not being able to tackle or stop the run game and we are not on the field yet? How are you complaining about this run defense and it ended the season as a top 10 ranked run defense? How are we complaining about any play calls? Talking about what happened in the Michigan game in the monsoon because it's supposed to rain tonight. How are we talking about that? We got a whole different new quarterback, right? You got a whole vamped up staff with Ryan Grubb coming back. Second year in the system, like everybody forgets all this stuff that we ride throughout the off season. Like they just forget about it. Kalen DeBoer got another year under his belt. And then as soon as the injury happened, oh my God, the world is falling. Come on, man. Fairweather fan report. Let's get into it. Here's what started the action yesterday. I'm gonna go ahead and go to this. Let me get to my OG stuff right here. This is what pisses me off right here. This is what gets me, Fairweather fans. Like this. All right, let me keep my finger on the button today because it might get ugly. Like this is what gets to me. All right, let's talk about it. I don't care about. Listen, I don't care nothing about that. I don't care nothing about that, chat. Look at this. Look at this mess. Let me see. Can I make it bigger? Which one? There it is. Get the banner out the way for me, Mary J. I'm about to get real hostile for a second. My sister Auntie Rita on Twitter says, okay, now, Coach DeBoer, whatever you are trying to prove in practice is now counterproductive. Let's get past the first game, please. Bubble wrap them and put them on the plane. Prayers to Tim. Prayers to Tim. Expect them to miss 6 weeks after suffering an ankle injury. Like I told y'all, lower body injury, was able to walk off the field on his own. Did not get immediate evaluation or diagnosis during practice, got evaluated after practice, determined the severity of the injury. We were already live before they were done, evaluating them and made the official announcement. Initially, because of him walking off the field and showing that he, verbally saying that he wanted to play. That's why they said limited, not a full go. He wanted to play with the ankle injury. Didn't feel like it was bad enough, but got the professional evaluation, got the professional. I guess you could say, what's the word I'm looking for? I done lost my words because I'm really supposed to be. But anyways, you know what I'm saying? They got him his diagnosis, and they made the decision, the professional recommendation. And so I look at it and I say, why in the hell are we tripping? What is there to triple about? We got Jeremiah Beeman behind him. We got James Smith on the interior defensive line. We got Edric Hill. We got Jordan Renard. We got Steve Bowler. We got young Asaya Faga, who's been showing sparks. Now he gets an opportunity to be a relief, rotational type guy getting this. Man, you might have to use Landon Simmons over the next 4 weeks. True freshman, London Simmons. Might have to use him. So why are we tripping again? You're talking about a fifth-year senior that should have been going already. We really get to see what the future holds, right? And then you still have his presence on the sideline, the veteran presence, the leadership. We know what type of person Cam Keeney. But why are we tripping? Oh yeah, I came behind him. I said, what? Pull the soldier boy on him. What? You know what I'm saying? I had to. Like, what are we talking about? What? What are we even saying? What? What are we even saying, chat? And so I get on here and I say, what? And then she said, I'm sick. And so I tried to start with some chill. I said, injuries suck, but I'm trying to understand how not practicing football gonna help the boys get better. You want them tackling air so you can be on your emotional roller coaster in the game. And I'm referring to all those fans who like to blame practice and coaches and the strength and conditioning for injuries. When literally, if you don't apply yourself and practice, you don't tackle. If you don't practice proper tackling, you don't give guys physical segments of practice, blocks of practice. How do you expect them to show up on game day? You practice how you play, or you play how you practice. In my mind as a coach, I say you practice how you play. Because if you show up to practice and go half speed and try to go full speed in the game, your full speed is going to look half speed because that's how you practice. Right? So I look at this and I say, oh, yeah. So you can be on your emotional roll. She said, yes, I do. Tackling air sounds great. I'm going to tell you like we were told in band practice before the game at some point after months of practice. If you ain't got it by now, you ain't going to get it. LOL. They done had the spring, summer, and fall camp. Let's get on the plane and go. Well, it is Wednesday at this point when you're making these comments, right? Well, this is Wednesday practice that we're talking about. It's Thursday when you're making these comments. Get on the plane and go. Even if we get on the plane and go, we still have to practice and prep for kickoff. You know what's going to happen? You're going to have to put on your cleats, your shoulder pads, your helmets, right? You're not going to be full gear. You're going to have to do some conditioning in between now and then. You're going to have to get in the weight room, do some maintenance type lifting. Injuries can happen anywhere between that time, right? That's why you have recovery rooms. But don't go into this whole rant of, oh, we're losing too many players. 3 guys aren't expected to play, chat. 3. If you all don't remember, we came into one season where we were down 3 running backs in the running back room, right? 2 veteran inside linebackers to the point where we had to start Christian Harris, who had never played the linebacker position, true freshman, had to start him, and Shane Lee. Y'all remember that season? Inside linebackers. Then we had 1 year, right? The tight end room. We ended up having to go to a 4th-string tight end to start the season. And then the year J-Mo was there, y'all, that's the running back here. We lost all and still was able to compete because of the talent on roster. So why are we tripping? Why are we allowing the media to get us up in a frenzy? Now, I ain't tripping about fans. Oh, prayers for Tim Keenan. We're going to miss you. Big impact on the roster. Like, yeah, but to sit here and trip and be like, oh, we don't need to practice. I said, and as soon as we down, right, after she was like, yeah, let's do that. Let's be soft. Let's not practice and tackle anymore, right? I said, and as soon as we down bad in the game, I meant to say in the game, you go on socials complaining on every Fairweather fan post that got to do with firing a coach or benching a player. college football is back because y'all other Alabama fans is in mid-season mode with y'all energy. This is crazy. She said, what is you talking about? What did I go so? You always going ghost after Bama struggle. I see the Twitter feeds. We Auntie Rita, you just became a target. Not necessarily a target. You're going to be a focal point for the AAA family. And we're going to monitor your timeline. So don't disappear off of Twitter during the season. Please don't disappear because we're going to reference this station, this statement here. All right? And I know you probably watching in the background ready to clap back. Don't wait till then. You got a phone call segment coming up. Call in. Stand on business. Explain yourself. Why you panicking off of one injury? Why are you panicking? Why are you trying to say pack them up? What type of mentality is that? What type of fandom are we displaying when we say stuff like this on social media? So if y'all want to go read the rest of it, I just went in about, just not tolerating the Fairweather fandom. She said, what are you talking about? What did I ghost off socials? What post did I complain about? Who did I actually be benched? Who did I say should be fired? You okay? She was part of that little firewoman crew last year. See, that's why people forget. They want to pick and choose what they can apply to that Fairweather fandom. No, once you start displaying Fairweather fandom at any point at junction, during Fairweather fandom or in the season or anytime you showcase Fairweather fandom, right? You are on high alert. You are now tagged. And we have to monitor that shit for 24 hours. And if you display consistencies, you have just been tainted with the strand of Fairweather fandom. That's the facts. That's how it works. You can't escape it. The only way you can escape it is by admitting to your faults of your Fairweather fandom, and then repenting and accepting your full-fledged fandom back. All right? You can't sit back and be like, oh, I love the Crimson Tide only when they winning, or when everything is perfect. You gotta trust the process. You gotta be dialed into the depth of what this program is when it comes to being a fan. See, as an analyst, as a team reporter, I can't be like that all the time. I gotta play the game sometimes. We gotta report, we gotta be unbiased and all that. But when you talk about my team, my Alabama Crimson Tide, like Clown Black like to say, my Alabama Crimson Tide, even him last season calling for folks to get fired after the 4th game of the season. You bum? What kind of fan are you? Talking about you a staple in Bama fan base? How can you be the voice of Bama fan base and every time something look bad, you ready to jump ship? You come on the screen looking stressed. That's the type of Fairweather fandom I won't stand for, chat. My boy, Funny Man Johnson, he do them videos every week. Every week. Same energy every week, win, lose, or draw. And you get into the discussions he's having in them comments, you are not going to get him to speak bad on Bama. You got some of these creators, soon as Bama look bad, or they look like they struggling, we need Nick Saban back. Shut the man, what the? Come on, man. We gotta do better. It's 2025. We're in year 2. I would have loved to have had active social media like we do now. I would have loved to have it back in 2007. Because then maybe a lot of you all that I see on this platform and on other stages, I probably wouldn't be as aggravated or agitated with your Fairweather fandom if I had known this is how you been. But when I met you, you were so hype about this team. When I started watching your content, we was at a high point, right? And you was so hype. He still wasn't breaking down football, but you was just so hype about this team. Super fan this. And as soon as something go left, you're jumping ship. You're jumping ship, breaking TVs and getting mad because, man, shut the hell up, Fairweather fans. So that's our first Fairweather fan victim of the day. We got Auntie Rita, Sharita, my sister, on the watch list. We got her on the watch list. And I know you see it on Twitter. You can come in at any time. I would gladly open that phone line for you. Now, Who else this is? What is Matthew guy? Mr. Matthew. Now I went back and I looked at Matthew's comments, right? And I said, you know what? What he said wasn't necessary Fairweather, right? But and see this Eric Blackerby guy, I forgot who this was, right? I forgot who this guy was. I seen him on TikTok. He had a good take, and I ended up following him, wanting him to come on the show. But he in one of them hater group chats that be talking trash about me. Way Outside crew. Y'all familiar with them. You know, they started trying to do player interviews kind of like I did what I started with recruits and stuff. They done jumped on that train. So, but what I was about to say. Yeah, this Eric Blackerby guy comes in, and see, this is somebody that's really trying to not be a Fairweather fan. All right, this is somebody that doesn't want their Fairweather fan ways to be a thing. They want to be a solid Bama fan this year. They want to be all the years of their life. They realize they have been a Fairweather fan, because this is what happened. So I went and I replied. I posted. I said, what's harder, Bama Nation, replacing 3 starters or replacing 80% of your team production? And I want y'all to answer that in the chat. What's harder? We're still on our Fairweather fan report. What's harder, replacing 3 starters or replacing 80% of your team production? Y'all got to chill with all this Fairweather, the sky's falling BS. All you, we got depth, next man up, Bama fans. The main ones acting like we ain't got 2 former 5 stars and 2 former 4-star running backs in the room behind Jam, or 3 former 4-star interior defensive linemen behind TK. Already get on my nerves, and we ain't even took a snap. And you know, T-Pain, y'all got to stop. Y'all have got to stop. And then my guy Eric comes behind. He says, you know what? I started worrying for a minute early and got on my own nerves with it. See, now you starting to become a real fan. You pray for TK, you pray for Jam, you pray for Jaden, right? All senior guys with so much talent behind them, all their leadership. And now we get to answer some real questions. We saw what Jam was able to do for us last year. And even then, Richard Young still was the most productive back when it came to yards per carry. So why are we mad? So if Richard Young was averaging almost 6 yards per carry and he had 60 less carries, or however many less carries than Jam, who's to say that maybe if he gets the same amount of carries as Jam last year, we may be going to a more direct run game with utilizing the running backs instead of giving the quarterback an option to be in the run game, right? Who's to say that? Because of his production. Same thing that the offensive line. Jaden Roberts may be down, but Geno Vandermark played just as many snaps as Jaden last year. Why are we tripping? We were 6-1 with Geno in the lineup. The 2 games he did not play a snap is 2 of the 3 games we lost. And I might have to go back and double check, but I think the only game where it was multiple sacks given up was the game he didn't play. Multiple sacks. I mean, like from his position, from that right guard position, because he played right and left guard last year. Played some center snaps. So I don't get it. And then on the other side of the ball, who's our other injury? Tim Keenan. You know what that means? Jeremiah Beeman, James Smith. Jeremiah Beeman, James Smith. Like, how do we not be excited about Jeremiah Beeman and James Smith? Come on, man. You talk about more Alabama in-state products, quality in-state products that have developed and have a different type of passion for playing for Alabama. This ain't like your guy from Colorado or your guy from California coming in and repping that interior defensive line position. We talking about the actual, like, these Bama boys, man. Beeman is a Bama boy, right? So how do we get out of that? How do we get out of that space? I'll tell you how we get out of that space. We admit our faults and we allow ourselves to recorrect ourselves. We PNC like I learned in at UHP. We PNC. All right. So Eric, I like the fact that you acknowledge your Fairweather fandom itch that you were able to get rid of. I'm proud of you for that, man. I'm proud of you for that. Keep it real. Keep it up, man. Do better. That's all we got to say. Do better. That's all I say. Do better. Keep doing better, man. You on the right path. I appreciate you. Roll Tide, C-Bama. Good to see y'all in the chat. Hey, y'all, that's our Fairweather fan report of the day. We're going to have more by the end of tomorrow. I guarantee it. We will have more. There will be plenty. There will be plenty. So for all my Fairweather fan police out there that's in the AAA community, man, y'all make sure y'all get out here in these streets, right? Y'all get out here in these streets and y'all make sure y'all understand. Y'all hold these fans accountable. Hold these fans accountable. Who made you the fan police? Nobody. Who made you a doggone a social media profile? You did. So guess what? I'm the doggone Fairweather fan police, and I'm going to keep it up. Thank y'all for joining us for our Fairweather fan report. Be back with the rest of the show. Roll Tide, chat. Welcome back to the show. Let's get into the show now. Let's start talking some Bama, Florida State, man. I'm done bothering y'all Fairweather fans. I'm good. I feel better. Chat. And I'm slick kind of upset because we got this Friday morning show, right? And I know we got the kickoff show tomorrow before the game, but we got this Friday morning show, and everybody's still asleep. And I know it's a holiday weekend, and half of y'all is off. Y'all probably try to head to the beach before tomorrow, trying to get it in. Listen, we live, man. Where y'all at? Turn up. Time to get this phone line open right after we break down Alabama versus Florida State. So I'm going to get into the show right here. This is where we're going to start it. Alabama versus Florida State. We're going to get this on the screen here. I'm going to get into the breakdown of how this game is supposed to turn out, or the what Vegas is saying about the over and under, the points and all this stuff. So they got Alabama minus 13.5. So they're expecting to be for Alabama to win by at least 2 possessions, right? 14-point game. The over-under, they're trying to say, they're projecting it to be under 49. The total point scored over, right? Total, they're trying to say 49.5. So they think 50 points is going to be scored. So if we look at our score projections, right? What did I say? 48-17. That puts us at like, what's that? Is that 60? 65? Chat, is that 65? Yeah, 65, right? So my prediction, my total point score, it looks like they predict, well, because of weather, I did say 38. So if I go with my weather prediction, my weather final score prediction, it'll put us right at 49, 38-17, 38-10, put us right at 48, 49 points, right? We'll be right there. So we're kind of looking at what Vegas saying. We're kind of feeling like Vegas right now. And if you look at the win percentage, right, that they're projecting for the Alabama Florida State game, Alabama has, and this is ESPN chat, Alabama has a 90.6% chance to win right now, LSU 9.4%. Getting into the whole kickoff at 2:30, Doak Campbell Stadium, y'all know what that is. Alabama Crimson top Florida State. What are the narratives here that we're chasing going into this game, right? What are the narratives? What are the primary narratives? And then we'll get into the breakdown as far as matchup. Best believe I got Bama in my parlay. Man, you better trying to get paid. You better have them out there in that parlay. But if you are chasing the narrative for this game, there are some major narratives here. And I've seen this question asked across multiple platforms, right? I've seen this question asked across multiple platforms. Who needs this game more? Is this a bigger game for Alabama? Or is this a bigger game for Florida State? Well, I'm gonna give my take on that. I think this is a bigger game for Alabama. Just being straight up, I think this is a bigger game for Alabama. Not because of the opponent, but because of the mode and the way we ended last season. You're going to get a big win against your rival in Auburn. You missed the playoffs because of a technicality, being the number 11 ranked team in the 12-team playoff selection. You're the number 11 ranked team in the playoff rankings and you don't make the playoffs. Thank God we got that fixed. Supposedly got that fixed this season. We're going to see how that turns out. But then you come into Michigan, you playing in Florida, the rain, all of this stuff goes left for you. The chips just fall in the wrong spot and you lose that game by 1, right? You lose that game by 1. So you come into the season, you got more assets that are more familiar with a system and things of that nature, and you got to carry that over. You retain a lot of talent from last year's roster. You got a lot of veteran experience. You get to turn that over instead of try to rebuild. You just turn it over and build on top of what you already established, right? And I think that's the narrative. Because of that, Alabama has the edge. Alabama is expected to win this game and not in a struggle game. Like, this is supposed to be a blowout. So this game to me is more important to Alabama. Florida State is coming off a 2-10 season. Florida State can go 6-6 this season, and they all feel like, okay, Norvell, Mike is doing his thing. Mike is doing it. Nah, Mike got a lot of work to do. So if Alabama loses to Mike and this crap of a program right now, the status that the state that it's in, if Kalen DeBoer loses to Florida State, that's going to sting Alabama ranked number 8 going against an unranked Florida State team more than it will a Florida State team losing to a ranked Alabama team. You know what Florida State gets to ride off of this game, and we can't even allow them the opportunity to feel like that they had a chance because of this. Florida State, their fans are already. We've done multiple podcasts this week with 2 or 3 different Florida State beat writers, analysts, fanalists, whatever you want to call them. Right? We've had 3 different ones, and they've all said the same thing. They're not expecting much from this squad in week 1 going against Alabama. Even had one say if they were going against, FAMU, they wouldn't expect much because this team has a lot to get together. You still got discipline issues on both sides of the ball. You got players and coaches fighting, all of this stuff. So I don't think Florida State, outside of the locker room, I don't think they believe they have a chance. So yes, it's more important for Alabama. I think it's more important. You can't beat Kalen DeBoer at the University of Alabama, finishing a solid season, 9-3 regular season last year, losing the Michigan game, then come in and want the staff, not the staff. Let's say the fan base. You can't go and end the season like that and then come in against an opponent like Florida State and lose. Simple as that. Now me, I'm the type of person, and I'm speaking from a coaching standpoint. I'm the type of coach that I feel like no matter how prepared my team is, it doesn't matter until what happens on the field when them lights is on. And what if? Let's just what if for a second, like a lot of these Georgia fans like do. What if Tommy Castellanos comes out and he has the defense's number and it turns into a shootout? What type of coaching do we see? What type of adjustments do we see? What type of demeanor do we see from the sideline? Is it warranted? Is it a good space to be in? No, but is it needed? Shoot, I'd rather have one of those moments before Georgia than I would during the Georgia game in Athens. I would love to be tested early in this game against Florida State. I would love for them to score first, go up 10-0, and we be down 10-3 at the end of the first quarter. I would love for that to happen, and then from that point on, the second quarter on, it be end up being a 38-10 game. That's dominance, man. That's a team getting started up and being able to showcase, okay, boom, we got the kinks out. Let's go ahead and roll. That's what I want to see. I don't want to see us losing at any point. I'm just saying if that were to happen and we was to respond that way, I would love that. I would love that. Hey, and that's the weird thing too, Jay. When we talk about the money line here for this game with the weather and everything, they haven't moved it at all. Now, we might see the change tomorrow. We might see the change tomorrow before noon, though. They always give us. Best believe I got Bama on my parlay. Facts. I watched the UAB versus ASU game last night. Both defenses were atrocious, and the tackling was awful. You want me to tell you why, Darius? Want me to tell you why? Because they was listening to Auntie Rita, bubble wrap them, and let's ship them on the plane. Let's get them up the highway. That's why. I didn't get to watch it, man. I knew Alabama State's defense was going to struggle, but I knew Andrew Body. Just remember that name. Andrew Body. I would love for that young man to get in the portal. Nah, I ain't gonna say that because some people are just dedicated to where they at. They love where they at. But if he got in the portal and got a chance at a power 4 program, I would love that for him because he's definitely power 4 talent. Power 4 talent has developed at this D1 AA level, and now he's a quality guy. But back to Florida State, Alabama. Let me not get on that. I don't think it's going to go that way. Ty, his team is on a mission. I think it has a chance to, man. I think Ty might be put in a situation early where he needs to showcase exactly what we're looking for from him. Right? I think it might happen. And it won't be a bad thing. It may be an early 2-3 and outs or something like that. If that happens, Ty's going to be some mental pressure he's going to have to get through, right? To have the patience, to trust the process, and just continue to do your job. Maybe he's 7 of 8 in passing, right? But we haven't got a first down in the first 2 drives. Maybe his shakedowns are literally that. He's getting the ball out quick. They're just making good open field tackles the first 2 drives. And we get stopped on 3rd down for a yard on the first drive. Then the same thing happens or a pass is dropped on the 2nd drive. Now, what do we see come from Ty? Sideline, talking to his receivers, talking to the O-line. Is he complaining? What is he doing? That's going to tell us what type of team we're going to have this year. I'm telling y'all, pay attention to those small things. So the narrative to chase, which team is it more important for? Alabama, Florida State. For me, my votes go to Alabama. You're on the road. You lost. Your only 3 losses came on the road last year. How do you want to start the season? What type of momentum you want to start on the road in Doak Campbell Stadium is more important for Alabama. Let's get into some matchups. I like the matchups here. Okay, let's go. And I don't have no graphics available, but we're going to talk about it. I like the matchup between Alabama's defensive line, and I want to see our D-line versus not just Florida State's offensive line, but the Florida State run game. I feel like Florida State has 3 running backs that they're going to be able to utilize, right? And when I say utilize them, I mean like literally getting these guys in a rotational rhythm, trying to establish that, getting Castellanos' legs involved, knowing that that's what Alabama struggled with last season. I think that's going to be the first thing they try to expose and attack, right, going into this game. If that's the case, man, I would love to see the fact that we have some continuity up front. I think us being able to stay in our base formation for a majority of their offensive skill sets. We know Gus Malzahn is going to try to get you off balance with the lateral run game, right? A lot of the pre-snap motions. I don't think they'll be as strong in the quick game. But there will be opportunities for their offense to create some big time plays based off of what Gus Malzahn schemes up. We've seen this. So I can't wait to see Alabama defensive line versus Florida State's offensive line and run game. We know at the beginning of last season, Alabama's run defense was not efficient. Big plays here and there. But the thing we struggled with the most was securing tackles behind the line of scrimmage. Whether that was quarterback scrambling or running back making an effort play. Overextending on jet sweeps or reverse plays, not containing the edge. All of those things in the run game matter. So what does that require to help the D-line out? Right? Just got to have discipline. Eye discipline. You know, Gus Malzahn is going to do a lot of eye candy, try to get a lot of fake handoffs, RPO type reads. Eye candy, being disciplined, attacking your keys, and get to it. Wade's World, man, how you don't got a wristband, bro? Roll Tide, man. How you don't got a wristband? He ain't even come in and speak. He coming in. Can't let the quarterback run kill us this year. It didn't kill us last year. You had 2 games where the quarterback run game beat you. And then 2 games where they try to utilize the quarterback in the run game, we held the quarterback in check. So just depends schematically. And like I keep telling y'all, this team was not at this level language-wise, concept-wise, philosophy-wise. Coming into the season last year, you were trying to install a whole new philosophy on both sides of the ball. You were coming into the season on page 1 when other teams were on page 3 and page 4. As far as installs, not even executing, just installing it, introducing it. You were still introducing and hoping that they had the basics down for the base level of your systems on both sides of the ball. And you were still able to get to a 9-win season. You didn't lose a game at home. You went 4-3 on the road. You went 4-3 on the road. 5-0 at home. Like, what do we played a lot of road games last year too. I want y'all to remember that too. What's up, Wilson, man? Good to see you. Roll Tide, my boy. You lost both of those games because you had one early in the season with Diego where you couldn't make no adjustments, and then Jackson Arnold in that game, man. Come on, we're both of them away games too. We hadn't seen Oklahoma utilize the run game or the quarterback run, and most of those was broken plays. Most of those was broken plays. You get in the red zone, you run the quarterback 5-6 times. You only yield 2 positive rushes. The ones that hurt you are the ones in the open field after you set down the pass. I think you need to rewatch that game, Wade. So I like the matchup between D-line and O-line. I think our D-line wins that matchup. Let's talk about the secondary versus our wide receiver, our passing receiving core versus their secondary, their pass defense. When I look across the field and I see, and you got some talented DBs over there. We know Earl Little's kind of headlining for us as Bama fans. We kind of want to see him not do so well this game, right? Maybe go do well all the other games, but we don't too much care for your success this game. I actually want to see him and Ryan Williams go at it out of the slot. I want to see him and Ryan Williams go at it out of the slot. He's going to be their nickel corner. Hold on, let me pull this up. Let me pull this up because I'm looking at matchups. I'm looking at Jeremy Bernard versus their boundary corner out there. What type of action he going to see? A lot of switch releases. I would love to see the switch release concept abused in this game, especially starting like the second quarter when you need that big play. Right? You got a lot of veteran transfer guys coming back from Florida State coming into this offense this year. Right? But how confident are they as far as going into these zero coverages that you have to go into? Because if you give Ty time, if you only send in 3 or send in 4 and that offensive line is giving Ty 4 seconds to diagnose a defense, you're in trouble. Hey, Roll Tide, is Squirrel healthy? Seems like he is always injured. Talking about Squirrely, right? They saying he's not a full go. But you know what that is, man. This is Florida State we're talking about. We're talking about Mike Norvell and a Florida State team that needs any type of energy or hype to put themselves in this game. So maybe they might be masking it. I've heard some beat writers and team reporters say that, you know, he's going to play. He's a full go. They say that the young man Elijah Moore, the redshirt freshman Elijah Moore, is one of the guys that's supposed to step up, and Gavin Blackwell is another receiver, big body receiver that's supposed to step up. But Squirrel White supposed to be available, and guys like him, man, you got to think, man, ego problems in that locker room are like crazy. So I want to see Alabama's wide receiver once again. I want to see Alabama wide receiver versus that secondary. Jabril Walls is a guy that I think if I'm looking at their alignment and how they want to play this defense. Right, you got a 6'1" corner. He's one of the bigger corners in that secondary. He's going to be the guy that's going to be tasked probably to cover Isaiah Horton when they get in those man situations. Do you trust Jabril Walls by himself in coverage? Not one of the strong cover guys in the country, right? He's not one of your stronger cover guys. But how do you match up against this Alabama wide receiver core? And then the tight end position, who you going to give away for your take them out of your pass rush or pressure concepts defensively? Tony White is not going to crowd the box. He's going to try to make us run it. But at some point, you're going to have to give an extra asset for the run, or we're going to run it all over. In the pass game, you might be able to limit some things, but how long? And truly, how much are you limiting? Because we'll live with the 8 yards. The 12-yard receptions. We'll live with those. All day. Can you really stop it? So those are 2 matchups I'm looking at in this game, and I'm excited to see wide receivers, even with the rain. Like, I don't think y'all realize, like, sometimes the thing to do in the rain is get the ball in the air. That's the thing to do. Get the ball out to the perimeter. Get it to your slippery athletes and all their agility. It's hard to plant and move on defense in the rain. We saw that from our defense last year. It's harder to move around when you're in the rain on defense than it is on offense because you're reacting. Offense, you can, man, look, I may not be able to run this square in, but as long as I get to that spot 9 yards down the field when the quarterback is ready to throw it, I'm good. That's what it turns to. I'm low-key nervous because I don't know what FSU could look like. Boy, you sounding Fairweather. You sounding Fairweather. You got a good idea of what Bama gonna look like. Just take tonight and watch game 1 all the way through the season. All the way through the season and watch the wins, the losses, and everything. And you can see how limited we were as far as development as a team last year because of everything was new. But week 8, week 9, shoot. Turned over a new leaf. We good. That sounds real Fairweather though, Jay. I'm gonna have to put you in timeout for that one. Smook, I know it keeps changing, but how come on the weather app it says it went from 3 to midnight? What do you mean? Talking about the rain? Listen, I don't care about the rain, man. I don't care about the rain, bro. It's football. Bama's won many games in the rain. Coach Kalen DeBoer coached many games in the rain, chat. That rain, bro. As a matter of Mary J, can I get a banner with the right way to write that doggone rain? Fuck that rain, chat. Get off of the rain. It's okay. We're not gonna melt. Nobody's gonna die. It's a part of the game. Why are we so worried? You know the same rain that we deal with, they gotta play in it too. The same rain that we play in, they gotta play in it too. Rain, bro. Can I get Mary J? Just rain, man. Put you some emojis or something in there. Rain. I need to see that in the chat. Every chat right now. I need to see that. Y'all about to piss me off talking about this rain. Rain, chat. Tonio, tell them rain, bro. Instagram. That rain, bro. I'm over it. Mikey, what's good? Dang, man. Facts, Megan. That's the only thing about the rain that I'm worried about. How many delays? Can the camera stay on so we can watch it? Yeah. Golly, tell him, Dylan. Right, Zach. Rain, man. Rain. I'm going to the phone lines, man. Those are 2 matchups. My score prediction is still with the weather, with the weather, 38-10. With the weather, without the weather, I'm going 48-17. All right, that's my prediction. Rain, once again. Golly. That's right, Tevin. Tell him rain, man. Mr. Yoder said, respect the Lord's work. It is the Lord's work. That's why I'm trying to get everybody else to understand. It's the Lord's work. It's going to happen regardless. Show up and play. I appreciate the rain. I'm just saying, bro. Rain. You gotta play. Y'all trying to get me hype. Let me get in the phone line, man. Y'all ready to go to the phone line segment? Let's go, man. Opening the phone lines here on the Coach Smook Network. Let's get in the game, man. I'm ready to hear some of y'all conversation. Hopefully we can get at least 2 phone calls. We got about 30 minutes left on the show. Let's get at least 2 to 3 phone calls in. Phone line is open. 3. You're talking about Jalen Milroe? And the Pips, the perfect weak side linebacker, right? Put him next to the mic.
It's not going to take us a lot of time, but I want to say that I'm excited about what.
Okay, forgive me, my brother. What's on your mind?
Oh, I'm good. I'm just still sorry for all the other content creators now that we have this mega star back in our presence.
Okay, I like that little applause. Let me see. We can rock with them applause. I see what stream y'all trying to do. Trying to come up in the world. Phone line is open. 334-625-1121. 334-625-1121. Y'all go ahead and call in. Give me y'all thoughts. And if somebody get on this mug complaining about the rain, I might give you some words. Y'all know who popping the call this segment off. It's Friday. Let's see if he ready. If he gonna pop it off, pop it off. Let's see. Let's go.
Call from Zach Willie. To accept, press 1. To send a voicemail, press 2.
Yo, Zach, what's up, man? It's Friday, kickoff eve. You in the game with Coach Smook. Talk to me, man.
We ready. We ready. We ready. For y'all.
Yeah, we ready. But we ready. But we ready.
We ready.
Yeah. Let's go, Zach. Let's go. Zach, you know, I got up in the chair for you. I don't know if you still watching, bro. I had to get up. I had to stand up. We had to pop it off just like last year, man. Can't change it up. What's up, Zach? You feeling good this morning?
I'm feeling good, Coach. I'm ready.
Man, listen. I jumped up in the chair. I ain't even fall like I did last year. Y'all, see, I gotta go pull that clip. Y'all remember I fell out the chair last year? I was so hyped.
You did.
I was so hyped before that Western Kentucky game, man. Zach called in. He did his whole segment. And he did that. Man, we got too hyped, bro. Y'all continue to run the likes up, share it up. Zach, talk to me, man. It's kickoff eve, man. What you ready for, bro? Talk to me. I'm ready to hear.
Yes, I'm ready for us for the pads to be popping and Alabama whooping some.
Yeah. It's Friday. You can say it. It's Friday.
Whooping some ass.
Yes, sir. There we go. Now we in full season form. We about to whoop some ass today. We're gonna whoop some ass, chat.
Yes. But yeah, I mean, you know, I'm with you. I'm not too worried about the injuries or anything. We got plenty of talent to back them up to have a successful season this year. I know everybody was worried because last year we started the season off and we struggled, but the difference from last year to this year, last year we was learning a whole new scheme. This year we already have it learned, and we're on phase 4 when last year we was on phase 1.
Yeah.
You know.
And that's what we've been talking about here. I know you've been live and tuned into the shows, but that's what I've been trying to explain to people, man. We in a whole different like space right now because of just the natural maturity of how teams are going to grow, man. You gotta have some continuity. Imagine trying to get on a motorcycle. A lot of people in the chat probably don't ride motorcycles. Imagine me saying, "Hey, can you take my bike home for me? You know, can you ride my motorcycle home for me?" And you never rode a motorcycle. You might have seen somebody ride one. You might have just because you've seen somebody ride a motorcycle doesn't mean that you're able to get on and operate it, right? Jalen Miro might have watched however much film from Ty Simpson and Austin Mack. They watch whatever film from Kalen DeBoer and Ryan Grubb's system for however long. But until you get out there and put all the pieces together and put all the mechanics together and get a rhythm, you can't do anything. Same thing with the defense. You can't expect any real production. You're hoping that the athletes themselves are able to be better than the other athletes in the positions that you put them in. And we didn't have that continuity from staff evaluation or player knowledge to put those things on the field at the same time in a consistent basis. Now how you come back, everybody likes to compare us to, the Ohio States and the Georgias. Georgia's had a roster retention, one of the higher roster retentions since 2021. Last year was their worst year in the portal. Last season was their worst season in the portal. I mean, the first window portal since it started in 2022. So we gotta get past these narratives that mainstream media and some of your bigger channels and bigger networks try to put out there for Bama's roster and how it looks and how bad it was and all that. No, it was in the worst spot possible, and it produced better results than what it should have. Now we're in a space where the results are because of, you're talking about development, you're talking about coaching philosophies. All of these things matter coming into the season, year 2, where you get to see some real results and carryover from what you're teaching. And like you like to say, Zach, every time we talk about Kalen DeBoer and his staff, we talk about how year 2 has been their year. Shout out to the 24 likes on YouTube, man. Y'all running it up. Continue running the likes up. like and share. And then on TikTok, before we get back to the conversation with Zach here, I appreciate y'all for tapping in. Mikey, big homie with the gifts. Big homie done dropped some crazy amount of gifts today. What's that? 55, 60 something gifts on the stream, man. 53 total gifts on the stream, chat. Big Tony O, Vaughn, I see y'all tapping in. Appreciate y'all, man. Much love. But go ahead, Zach. What you got for me? I know you gave a score prediction twice or once already this week. You know we got to get your score prediction. What's your matchups you looking for in this game? And give me your MVP of the game. Just one MVP of the game.
Okay. My MVP of the game, Ty Simpson. I mean, the offense, rolls through him. Whatever, however good this offense is going to be this season is going to be based on how well he performs week in and week out. In this game, I think and this is depending on the weather, not saying the weather's going to be good, not saying it's going to be bad, not saying it's going to affect us or anything, just based off what we know right now, how mobile is he going to be able to be? And when I say how mobile he's going to be, is he going to be able to get outside the pocket and make the throws on the run, be able to utilize his legs some, because there will be opportunities for him to roll out of the pocket and make throws. Then the running back room, how well is the running game going to be this tomorrow? Because I think we have the assets in place for it to be a really good running game, but until we get out there and see how it's going to gel and form in a live game scenario, we just don't know.
Facts.
My score prediction, 31-10 if it's raining, and we have to go to a strictly run game plan. And then if we're firing all cylinders and the weather holds out for us, 49-17.
And what was that final score?
49-17.
49-17. 49-17. That's one more point than me. So I get where you're getting 49. So and I hope you wasn't, Zach. Do you got my PS5 book? Are you spying on my PS5? Because the last practice game that I did, trying to get this thing set up for the live game sim, and mind you, don't forget to tap in, y'all. Right after this live stream, 30 minutes after the live stream, we'll be going live on TikTok. We'll be setting up. We'll take like 15 minutes to just talk, kind of allow everybody to come in. And we're going to do the live game simulation on TikTok, but it's going to be recorded and posted here on the channel tomorrow, and we will react live to it. We'll watch it live for the kickoff show tomorrow. It's going to be like a 25-30 minute edit that we'll be able to put out in the morning. And for people that can't tap in on TikTok to watch it live, you'll get to rewatch it tomorrow morning for our kickoff show. And that's how we're going to try to do it the whole season. That way we don't have to change platforms and try to stream in a certain way. Yeah, man. But yeah, talk to us, man. So 49-17, final score, Ty Simpson, MVP. What you got to say to the Florida State fans out there that they're really doubting their team or nah? As a matter of fact, I'm not gonna lie. I gotta go find it. Somebody called the upset. And they were serious. 38-14. I need somebody to go to Twitter and find that it was a viral tweet. I meant to bookmark it, and I was trying to find it last night. Couldn't find it. 48. No, the score was 38-17 Florida State. 38-17 Florida State. And I looked at it, and I almost allowed Fairweather fandom to entertain my thoughts, but I rebuked that. I rebuked that in the name of Bear Bryant and Nick Saban. I rebuked that. I did, Zach. I wasn't playing that. I was like, nuh-uh. The football devil is a liar. and he has no place in this Crimson Tide vicinity, and won't prosper. You understand? Nothing that they form and send out against us as far as these score predictions shall prosper, Florida State. I'm telling y'all. Mike Norvell did something bad. And Jimbo, he made it worse for him. You know, he already messed it up for him. Y'all not beating us in Florida State. I'm sorry. Y'all not beating us at Doak Campbell. I'm sorry.
No, and for Florida State to beat Alabama, it would take a game like we had against Vandy, and I don't see us having another game like that. The Vandy, even though the style of offense that Vandy ran was the perfect counter to our defense still played it well. It was just we was still learning and was young and was still, finding our defensive rhythm in this scheme, and it allowed for us to hit angles, hit the wrong angles, or over pursue or under pursue, and just allow for the perfect scenario for Vandy to, come out and win that game. And I don't see it happening tomorrow.
Facts, man. And I watched the Vandy game more than I watched any other game this offseason. And probably is the game that I watched, because I feel like schematically that was the first game I saw where you can tell that players did not know how to adjust. There were certain alignments being made, and if a player lines up over the center, the inside linebacker lines up over the center for the first 2-3 drives of the game, then they come out in the second half, and now they're over one of the guards for majority of the snaps, especially when you're looking at leverage of formations and you see that type of shift. That means you've made some type of adjustment alignment wise, but the player, like you said, doesn't understand the angle because he hasn't been able to practice that. The coach might understand, all right, this is how we fix this, but if the player doesn't understand that, it's kind of counterproductive. So we don't have that. We don't have that hump to get over. And if we do, it should be figured out within the first 3 weeks. We shouldn't be dealing with it in week 6, week 7 of this season. I don't mind seeing some of those mistakes early in the season, the first 2 weeks. I don't mind seeing them. But if you're seeing sparks of where guys are doing the right thing in those different situations, you're starting to see it become more consistent. That's when you get excited. And that's what I saw from Kane Wommack's defense last season to end the season. Now, with the offense, I think we're in a different space. I think it's a whole different type of mindset because of what's able to happen. Going into the spring game, we didn't see a lot of big pass plays from Jalen Milroe in the spring game last season. We didn't see a lot of deep ball, big plays in the A-Day game last season. We saw him checking the ball down quick. A lot of them intermediate passes were being contested. Now this year, you see the same thing from Ty. Just a lot more efficient, a lot more spread with the ball. So if we can see that from the offense early on, we're going to be in great shape. Zach, final thoughts so we can get you off the line and get this phone line open, man. We can't go past the hour and 30, so we get these clips in today.
Oh, yeah. Just roll tide, my AAA family. We're excited for the season. Don't get down on Alabama and these injuries. We're fine. We're okay. And roll tide, and I'll holler at y'all later.
You already know, Zach. Roll tide to my brother, Zach. Man, y'all give it up for Zach in the chat, man. Y'all know what time it is, man. All right, always tap in on the phone line, making it happen. Oh, y'all clapping loud, bro. Man, clap a little bit softer. So loud clapping. Y'all been having fun this morning. I'm amped up. Tomorrow, it ain't even game day. Tomorrow, game day. We got some good football being played tonight, Joe. Georgia Tech, Colorado, Auburn, Baylor. We will be. Mary J, can you drop me a private chat? We hosting a watch party tonight. It won't be live, but we'll be hosting it, right? From 7 to we go live at 8 for the call-in show. We might push the call-in show back to 8:30, 8:39, so we can make it a late night vibe. All right, Mary J said I think so. So we should have something. We got another caller on the line. Let's see who it is. 205.
Call from
This is Rashawn. I'm in the game, coach.
To accept, press
Rashawn.
1. To send a voicemail, press 2.
Rashawn, you in the game with Coach Smook. Talk to me, man.
What's up, man? Been a while.
Look, it has been a while, my guy. It has been a while. 757, call right back after this call. We got about a 3 to 7 minute phone call segment right here. So call back in about 3 minutes, 757. I think I remember that name. I remember that number. I think I remember that number. You know, they ain't been around in a minute. Let me stop. Call back in right after this phone call, Curtis. I see you, bro. Call back in. All right, man. Rashawn, what's good? Yeah, boy, where you been at, boy? What you been doing, boy?
Working and been you probably been. I saw you on you know a dude named Jimmy. Forgot his last name. He an Alabama fan. I remember I saw you came on the TikTok live. We had a talk. We were talking about football and everything. I saw you pop up one time on it. So I forgot his name. I probably had to see you on TikTok and show you. You probably know what I'm talking about when you gonna pop up. But yeah, man, I've been on the Talk Football Live. We've been talking about sports and stuff for the last couple of months. But the Florida State fans, oh man, they get on my nerves. They've been talking so much mess. Like we've been saying we talk a little mess, but we ain't been talking that mess as Alabama fans. But one thing I'm gonna pick up what Zach said about the the running game and everything. He was talking about us. I don't think our running game gonna have a problem. I think our experience on the line gonna be fine. The problem Florida State having, yes, I think they got decent running backs. The problem is they got a lot of transfers.
Yeah.
They need to have some chemistry. And I don't see them that's one thing everybody talking about. Oh, we miss Tim Keene. I don't Tim Keene is not the key or everything to me. The whole defense.
Let's tell the truth. Let's tell the truth, Rashawn, before you continue. If we really want to talk about impact, right? I think your impact players were James Smith, Edric Hill, Damon Payne last year. Tim Keenan is the consistent in that interior. There's no denying what he does, but I don't think he's the game changer there. So losing him, you give other game changers opportunities to build on being a consistent. Now, game changers might just be spot players that you could put in. Like I feel like Keon Keeley is going to be a game changer, right, this season.
Right.
Being the second, third guy in that bandit rotation, I think he'll have an opportunity to be put in specialized situations. And when you see 31 coming on the field for defense and he's lined up at the edge, you know what's happening. You know he's coming off the edge. Can you stop it? That's what I feel like you're going to have now with Jeremiah Beeman and James Smith. Can you stop them no matter what the call is with those two guys in the middle? We know Tim Keene is going to light it up for the run defense. He's going to take on 3 or 4 offensive linemen. He's going to open it up for the linebackers. We know that. But you know what else? Jeremiah Beeman going to shed a block or two. He's going to be holding up 2 guys and still getting an arm in on the running back. We've seen this. We saw it in the Michigan game from Beeman. We saw the exposing it. We saw that first step. So go back to you, man. I'm sorry. I just had to expound on that because it's not a disrespect to Tim Keene at all.
No, I didn't, because when people say, oh, man, we're losing Tim Keene, I'm like, no offense to Tim Keene. He's good, but he's not James Smith to me. He's not attitude over to me. I'm just putting an example. He's not, Jeffrey Jefferson, them kind of guys to me. I'm like, if we talking about them, I'm like, okay, I might be a little worried for a second. Just a second. Yeah. But it wasn't like that. But no defense to him, I like, we fine. That's what I said. I saw it. Oh, he'll be back week 5. I like, he good. He healthy. That's good. So I ain't worried about it. So I think Florida State, Wardell Williams, I don't think he's explosive and get through the like that, going through us like that. And I think we have better backs. I think that defense seen better backs than him. I'm just being honest. And then you have that whole transfer. Like they have about 4 transfers on the line.
They got 4 graduate transfers coming in trying to put up offensive line together, and their returning starter was injured for 4 or 5 games last year.
Okay, so now, because now everybody talking about we had little chemistry last, trying to learn a new because everybody forgetting you run the Gus Malzahn offense, you got to learn his offense. Then you trying to teach him like this less presses now, like it used to than what it was before, right?
Yeah,
you can correct me on that. So it's less practices, and you trying to learn on the slide, and then you got a grad transfer quarterback. That's not going to work. Then you talking about Consolano's going to run? You do what?
You go ahead.
Are you trying to say Consolano's going to run? That's a bad idea, because you talking about running the rain. he can slip. It's two things that can hurt. It could really hurt Florida State. If he get injured trying to run and stuff, that's a bad thing. He can't throw the ball. He's not good throwing the ball
at all.
So I'm trying to figure out what would help Florida State win this game. Like I brought up about the Vanderbilt game. Only way that can happen, they're forgetting Jalen Murrow did throw an interception in that game. I think that would hurt us in that game.
Yeah,
just a little bit because they scored right then. Florida State don't run the type of offense like Vanderbilt do, so we're gonna scratch that.
Yeah,
we gotta have like a lot of turnovers on offense, a lot of big plays. You know, the secondary got to give up really big plays. I'm sorry, they got to be really big plays. I'm talking about from the first to the fourth quarter. Like we can't stop them from that. I just don't see it. I see it 40. I got it 42-17.
42-17 from Rayshawn. And who's the MVP, Rayshawn?
Richard Young.
Richard Young? Come on, dog. Hey, you still been listening to the show. You took my MVP. I said Richard Young would be.
Oh, I didn't know. Hey man, I didn't know you said that.
Listen,
because I kind of been on and off with your show because how your times and stuff kind of been a little off.
Yeah,
I ain't been trying to. I've been trying to call in, but I'm like, dang, he's already time already. I thought I'd catch him around football season.
Hey, Twain. Twain in the chat. We got a Florida State fan in the chat. Phone line about to be open. Twain, get in here and call, man. Talk your talk. We invite all fan bases, especially when our opponents. We love to hear you say what you got to say. Stop all that Twitter finger stuff. We want to hear what you say because you heard what my boy said. 42-17. You heard what Zach said. 49-13 or 49-10. Whatever Zach, what it was. 49-17. Y'all, we not giving y'all a chance. I ain't giving y'all. I'm giving y'all a good quarter of entertainment. I would love for y'all to come out and give us at least a quarter of competition. But yeah, Rashawn, we got another phone call on the line. 734. Call back in 2 minutes. Rashawn, go ahead and give me your last question, and then go ahead and give us your little exit.
All right, it's my last question. I think the underdog in this game gonna be Tyson. I think he gonna what I see. I'm not Florida State and South Florida, two different things. He already played in the rain. He's gonna come up with a fire on his tail. I'm telling you, we're gonna see some surprising, some throws we've been looking for. You know, like it gonna remind me of Bryce Young kind of offense.
Yeah.
If Bryce Young had this type of receivers he had in 21 and 22. No offense to Jamie Wins or John Mitchell. They are good. They're the only two. But I'm talking the rest of the receiving core. I think we got a deep receiving core and a running backs and the tight end. Let me tell you one thing. This is my last question. Last thing. The MVPs, if I had a group of MVPs as a group, the tight ends.
Yeah.
That's my key to the game. Everybody's still going to be focused on the receivers. Watch the tight end play because I've been watching the film, like Ryan Grubb and a couple of Fresno State films, and I watched the Seattle films too. Watch the tight ends. That's my last thing I'm going to say. Is the tight ends going to play a big group. They're going to be the MVP of the game.
Okay. Watch. The MVP group of the game. I can rock with that. Hey, Rashawn, what you got to say to the... Hey, before you get out of here, man, you got to say your name. I'm Rashawn. Roll Tide and put me in the game, Coach Smook.
Put me in the game, Coach Smook.
All right, bro. Appreciate you, man. Hey, y'all know Rashawn. Hey, when the season, when we kick off, y'all got to be around for Rashawn phone calls, man. Y'all got to. You got to. Some of the realest, and this is like, I ain't talking about like just barbershop talk. I'm talking about real, like, untainted fandom with Rashawn. I can appreciate that. 734, we got you on the line.
It's your boy D-Wade.
Yo, D-Wade, you in the game with Coach Smook, y'all. We got my brother on the line today. You know the season here now. You know it's here now. What's up, boy?
What's going on, man? It's almost time, man. We here.
Listen, it ain't no almost time. It is time. We already in Florida. We done checked into the hotels. I was FaceTiming. Like, you know how I get started. I was FaceTiming last night, checking in. I'm at Applebee's getting hey, I like this. You know what I'm saying?
Listen, man. It feels like Christmas Eve right now. It feels like Christmas Eve and tomorrow is Christmas morning.
Yeah.
And I can't wait to get to it, man. I don't want to be too long, but what I want to just say to the rest of our fans out there, man, is like, don't react so fast if we don't come out to a hot start. You feel me? Like, we got to get settled in just like everybody else. Like, I was watching the Boise State and who they played?
USF.
South Florida.
Yep.
Yeah, South Florida. That was a slow game at first, but then USF caught they fire second half, and they ran Boise State up out of there. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like that's how Bama gonna get down tomorrow. We might, you know what I'm saying? We might not come out to an early drive. It might take 2 or 3 drives to get a score. You know what I'm saying? Castellanos is fast, man. That boy got some feet on him for real. He's not really a threat, but he can move. He can get those first downs. I'm looking to see if our defense can get off the field on third down.
Yeah.
Like, can we get off the field on third down? That's what be really irritating me. Like last year, like you said, that Vandy game, we could not leave the field on third down versus Oklahoma. We just could not get off the field. So defense, can we do that? You know what I'm saying? That's the big thing I'm worried about or looking forward to. I think we can do it. I'm not worried about it, but that's the thing I'm really keen in on. And then I feel like Nakai Hill-Green, ain't nobody talking about that boy. And I don't know why. I don't know why no one's talking about Nakai Hill-Green.
That's how we want it, Wade. That's how we want it. We want them to not be talking about the senior transfer that was second in his team total tackles last year for Colorado, second in his team, number 1 in his team for tackles for loss, right? And was projected to go early second round in the draft. We don't want nobody talking about him. We don't want nobody talking about him.
Smoke. I watched his tape. I had to watch it twice. That boy can hit, and his pursuit is in the backfield, and he don't miss a lot of tackles.
He don't
miss.
4 missed tackles all season last year. 4 actual one-on-one. I got my hands on him. That's what I'm saying. Like, you need that for this defense. It's a space eating defense. And how do you be effective in space? You got to be able to tackle great. That hurt us the first 4 weeks of the season last year. We were 4-0 with horrible tackling.
Exactly, man. And my guy Overton, I think you had stated about him, like, he could have had about 6 sacks last year or 8 tackles for loss last year, but he missed a lot of those gimme tackles. You know what I'm saying? We're not used to missing on those tackles in the backfield. So I feel like Nakai Hill-Green is going to add that extra thump back there.
Yeah.
And we're going to be all right, man. We're going to be all right. I want our defense to get off the field on third down. And I don't have no issues with our offense. I think our offense is going to gel. It might not click, like I said, on the first two drives. It might not. Who knows? But I feel like we're going to roll. My score prediction was also 42-17. Shout out to the guy who had the call before me.
Yeah.
But yeah, I had that same score prediction, 42-17, Bama. Let's do it.
Let's do it. Roll Tide, my boy. Hey.
Roll Tide.
Yes, sir. I appreciate you for calling in, bro.
Always, man. I got you.
All right, man. Roll Tide, man. My brother D Wade checking in. Y'all see? I'll tell y'all, we in mid-season mode now. We got Zach. We got D Wade on the line. We got Rashawn on the line. Don't mess around and let Greg mess around and call on this morning calling show. Y'all make sure y'all save some of y'all energy for the late night calling show, because that's where it's gonna be at tonight. And then tomorrow, the post-game show and the post-game calling show. After all the games are done, we do a post-game end of the night show where you call in. We share a space with all of the fan bases. I mean, I got some Auburn people might check in with us after their game tonight. I just want this to continue to grow, man. I think we bring a different type of vibe to our call-in show, man. And I'm definitely trying to get everything organized. So we still got time for 2 more calls. Chat. We had the hour and 30-minute mark. We're trying to be out of here at the hour and 45 so we can get the clips out and do everything we got to do to prep for this live game simulation at 11 a.m. We're going to do it at 11 o'clock. We're going to kick that thing off at 11 today for the live game simulation. Appreciate y'all for tapping in and being here on the Coach Smook Morning Show. We got the call-in segment going in right now, tapping in. If you are excited about Alabama football, I want to hear your voice. If you're excited about Florida State fan, where you went? Don't be hiding in the chat. We want to hear what you're talking about. Twain, this guy right here knows we'll win. Mark my words. Screenshot that. Somebody got a screenshot? Somebody got the screenshot. If you got a screenshot, Y'all remember last year? I sent somebody Cashapp for that fire screenshot. We got. I want to see that screenshot. Those will win. Mark my words. I can't wait to see the screenshot. Get this one. I like this one though. Y'all got that one? Somebody got that one? Whoever got it, man, make sure y'all inbox it to me. Whether it's on Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, or if you're in Discord, posting in Discord in the locker room, I'll get it. I want that screenshot, chat. Sam Wilkerson, what's good, my guy? He said, dang, I'm always late. Work got me working too hard, man. What it do though? What's good, man? What's good, Sam? Hey, you know what? Better late than never. Oh, we got a phone call. I'm trying to figure out what that noise was.
Call from.
The other day, put me in the game, coach.
To accept, press 1. To send a
Yo, we got phone calls today, chat. Yo, the other Jay is in the. Hey, hold up. Let me stop. Let me stop real quick. I gotta give this one a special applause, man. Check. The other Jay is back, man. Since he came, since he joined the family, what, about 2 weeks ago now, 3 weeks now. It's been. No, I'm talking about like since you've been watching. Since you've been watching.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, man. He been solid coming around, man. Shout out to Other Jay. Other Jay, you in the game with Coach Smook, man. Talk to me, man. What's on your mind, brother?
Hey, I had to readjust my score.
Uh-oh. Score readjustment.
Sorry, though. You know, we did have the injuries, and I hate my boy TK went out, man. I was looking for him to have a big season this year, and he's still going to do it.
Mm-hmm.
The rain's gonna be a little bit hectic, but you know, I only think it's gonna hurt us just a little bit, and just one less touchdown. But it's also gonna affect whatever Florida State doing too.
Yeah.
So Bama's still big, 45-17. Bama's gonna be up maybe 38-3 or something like that, and you know we're gonna put the scrubs in, or no, I won't say scrub. I'm sorry. We're gonna put the next in line in.
Yeah.
You know,
I was about to say because this year, man, scrubs, man. I don't mind you saying scrubs. I feel like that pushes them boys, man. The mentality of this locker room is different, man. So this game right here, it means a lot for these boys at Bama, man. And you don't think the staff, they can't show it. They got to be able to contain their emotions for the most part, but you don't think they want to pop this thing off with some, like, this is Ryan Grubb and Kalen DeBoer we're talking about. We're talking about guys that literally crucify teams. And the same thing that Coach Saban used to do, like after you played Bama, you kind of, your season was kind of demolished. They like that mentality too. Go look at what they did at Washington in 2023. They won a lot of close games later in the season, but look at how they start the season.
Oh yeah,
they coming out to make a statement.
Yeah, you say Ryan Grubb. Have you seen him in conversations?
Man,
he just looks like he is on a different level.
When I talk about his confidence at the podium and the way that he tries to avoid giving us what we feel like we know or what we're expecting, right, from production or players that should step up. Man, he holding on to something. Him and Kalen DeBoer, they holding on to something. You said your final score prediction was what, at 38-3?
No, 45-17.
45-17. I like that. Who your MVP for this game?
I'm still going with Horton. I still believe, even though it's gonna be raining, he's gonna show us something, man.
Man, I can't go with the receiving core. I feel like Ty's still gonna have 280, 290 passing yards, maybe 300. He might touch the 300 clip. I think he'll have 2 passing TDs. But I think the run game is really going to explode, and Richard Young might break out for like 2 touchdowns this game, man. I really do. I know the defense gonna get theirs off a turnover. Hopefully they get 6 off of it. But I can still see with the rain, with or without the rain, literally the offense scoring on 5-6 possessions, man. And that's what, 6 times 7, that's 42 points. You know, or 5, that's 35 points, and then you get a defense theirs. So it can be a grueling game. This could be a grueling matchup for Florida State. And I'm not being a fanboy here. I'm just looking at matchups, man. I like my receivers versus that secondary, but I also like my run game versus this Tony White's 3-3-5. I love it. I love my run game versus the Tony White's 3-3-5. A lot of confusion and hitting different gaps up front. Guys get good at that when they've had reps there. You got a system that guys don't even have 100 reps at a position yet.
Hey, listen to this, though. Bama's bringing that murder ball back. It may be a little bit different, but it's going to be just as successful. So you talk about the running game with Young. I like Young, too. I like Hill. The running game is going to open up the passing game. And at that point, it's going to be over for Florida State.
Mm-hmm. Because once you start forcing them to do something that they want to do, if you got to force them into something that they don't want to do as far as like defensively, right? I feel like their defense is what's going to be the catalyst for the season for this offense to start growing. And to stay healthy, they're going to have to they're not going to be able to run Tommy, And I was watching Crane and Company, their podcast. Shout out to them. I was watching them, and we got another phone call on the line, 734. I was watching them, man, and what's crazy to see is they continue to just, run with this factor of Kalen DeBoer's second year is his best years. No matter where he's been, his second year has always been his best years. And right now, I think there's nothing changing it. So year 2, man, I'm excited, bro. I'm excited. I like the matchups. Secondary versus our wide receivers. I like our wide receivers. Ty Simpson versus this defense. I like it. I don't think they have enough week 1. I think Florida State might end up being a 6-7 win team. But week 1 versus Bama, they got to play it safe after a certain amount of time. If they not within 2 possessions, middle of the third quarter, I guarantee you they'll dial it down, and we'll see kind of Bama just continue to keep their foot on their neck. Ryan Grubb is not going to take his foot off the gas. So I'm excited. I'm excited.
That's who he is.
Final thoughts, man. Final thoughts so we can get this other phone call on the line right here.
Look out for that secondary. And remember this. I ain't that Jay. I'm the other Jay.
The other Jay.
To you, brother. We'll talk to you soon.
Yes, sir. The other Jay, chat. We got him. Yes, sir. I appreciate you calling in and roll tide. 734, you in the game with Coach Smook.
D-Wade.
Uh-oh, who's that? Oh, D-Wade. D-Wade, you called back. You in the game with Coach Smook, bro?
Yeah, my bad. I have one more thing to say, man.
Uh-oh, he got one.
Yeah, because y'all was talking about Castellanos and whatnot. But a few years back, when we played Florida State, remember when they had DeAndre Francois?
You said what now?
When Florida State had DeAndre Francois as their quarterback.
Yeah.
It was hot. My homeboy, he a Florida State fan. I told him before the game, now listen, I don't wish injury on no player. But I told him, I said, if DeAndre Francois get beside himself and get outside that pocket, folks like Reggie Ragland and Reuben Foster going to tear his head off. And he might get injured. What happened in that game?
Oh, yeah. Third quarter. You saw it.
Clean out. The same rule applies for Castellanos. Listen, he like I said, he fast, but Quay Russaw and Bray Hubbard, like, they don't play fair on the field. Like they out for blood. They really out like a bad brother.
You know what? You said Bray Hubbard. Dre Kirkpatrick is going to be on this field this season.
Dre too. Yeah.
Dre is a headhunter. And Nakai Hill Green, like you said, you talked about Nakai earlier. These guys are headhunters, man. And you don't want them. Imagine James Smith or LT Overton drag you down from behind, trying not to get their horse collar tackle. They got to grab your jersey type stuff.
Exactly.
Those were those injuries happening. And we not like you said, we're not wishing injury on nobody. But let's just be realistic, man. That offensive line is going to have a lot of problems, and I don't think Kane Womack going to hold up on dialing the blitz packages up, man. I don't think the stunts. I think we're going to see an overload of cheetah packages.
So many stunts.
Oh my God, it's about to be beautiful.
Yeah, that edge blitz is gonna be something to see, man. I was like, y'all talking about Castellanos and I'm like, listen, he might scramble and get 50. He might get 50 yards total, Mike.
Yeah,
so that's all he's gonna be able to do. But he gonna take some hits. Like it's gonna be some hits going on. I can't wait, man. It's gonna be some hits.
Facts, man. My boy had to call back in. You know it's a vibe. You know it's a vibe today. We got a double back here to spin the block on the Coach Smook Network, bro. Appreciate you, my boy.
Yeah, I know it, bro. I'll give it to you.
All right, man. Roll time, my boy.
Roll time.
All right, chat. As y'all can see, we've been invaded by the resident pup. My boy, Boss is in the house. Boss, you got something to say? And you say Roll Tide. Huh? Say Roll Tide. Say Roll Tide. No. Bad Boss. You supposed to say Roll Tide. Say Roll Tide. Roll Tide. He don't want to talk to y'all. He don't want to talk to y'all. He know how to say Roll Tide though. That's the first thing I taught him when I picked him up. He was born in Georgia, up there in Atlanta. He was born in Atlanta. I had to go and get my boy from up there so he can become the right type of dog. But I appreciate y'all for tapping into the show today. As always, man, we have always had some crazy vibes. Final thoughts. She said boss in the game. You spelled his name wrong, Mary J. It's BAWS, some country. Look, that's how he said when I named him and I spelled it, you got to say BAWS and then like his middle name is some country. You know what I'm saying? Like that's some country stuff that we boss. That's my boy, man. Boss is in the game. He's spoiled. I'm sorry. I wasn't supposed to be spoiling him. Diamond over there, she's spoiled too. She's spoiled too, but Boss is big enough, small enough, but big enough. I don't know how to say it. He's still small enough to get in the lap right now. I got to enjoy this because 4 months from now, he's going to be about 100 pounds. 100 pounds, big XL buddy. So glad to have him. But I appreciate y'all for tapping in today. Thank y'all for coming in and having fun with your boy. Don't forget, tap in at 11 a.m. We got the live game simulation, Alabama versus Florida State. I got to go get my game gear on. Got to lock in. Got to make sure I got the game plan out. I want you all to come in and interact because the next one's coming forward will be against live opponents. Now tomorrow. Wait. Yeah, I think late tonight. It might be late tonight. Boss, come on, man. Late tonight, we should be playing against Smith Hustle Gaming. I think it's going to be the guy I play against Florida State, but we also got another gamer that I might play for just to have Bama fan versus Florida State fan to start a series that we're going to start on the Coach Smook Gaming channel. You can watch that live on TikTok, right? You could be in there live, but you can see the full episodes at Coach Smook Gaming on YouTube. All right, at Coach Smook Gaming on YouTube. Make sure y'all go follow there. Coach Smook Reacts. I want to do a late night vibe, man, on the Coach Smook Reacts channel and just look at highlights, talk about games and all that stuff. We won't open the phone lines, probably rewatch some Bama games from last year, just do some highlights, but we'll do some reactions and things of that nature tonight. Don't forget, check out your merch. Check out your merch, man. We got the new merch out. Put me in the game. Boss, you're going to have to get down, big boy, because you just want hands. Here. Look, he just want his big old head rubbed, chat. Look, fat boy. But we got a chance to, we're going to check out the merch. Put me in the game. It's really crimson. It's really crimson t-shirts. We got the We Beg for Like shirts. All of that stuff, man, live is on the website. Check out the link, the Printify link. Good morning, Coach Smook. Who's that? Who is that? That tapped in, Melvin. Good morning, Coach Smook. Roll Tide, bro. Roll Tide to you, Melvin. Welcome in. Look, coming in late, but we ending the show here. We got about 40 seconds. Who was that other comment? Let me look at the comments of before we get up out of here. Ty Simpson got to be the MVP of this one. He will leave a strong footprint. This is trial by fire, but it's worth it. I think we are in a way better position with Ty Simpson this season than we would have been last year. Watch him go through some of them growing pains. I feel like the growing pains this year will be more mental than the actual philosophical aspect of things, knowing the game plan, knowing the concepts and all of that. I think that's where he's going to have it down. It'll be the mental blocks in the game, how you respond type situations. And I think that's where we're going to see Ty Simpson really step up for us. Heard TK wants to play, but they want to hold him out. He may still get in there. Nah, other Jay, he's out, man. He's out. They actually had to do a surgery. That was if you heard that, you heard true though. If you heard that before today, you heard true because he was able to walk off of the practice field, walk into the locker room to recovery and get everything done. And then they gave him their suggestion. It was that high grade of an injury that rehab probably would have took longer. So he got the small operation. The tightrope surgery is supposed to be administered or has been administered. And we should see him, back by Georgia game, hopefully. If not Georgia game, I don't think this hurts us as bad as everybody wants it to, right? Same thing with Jam Miller. I think if you lose two guys at those positions, now you have a reason to kind of worry because we're just talking about depth at that point. Anytime you get your second guy gets injured, now you're getting a little bit concerned because there's no way you were giving equal reps three spots deep at a certain position on this team, right? No way you're getting equal reps. So, with that being said, merch. Shout out to our sponsors. Shout out to all of our sponsors. Thank y'all. How many likes did we end up with on the YouTube side, man? We got 28 likes and we got 40 people in the chat. Hold on, man. Y'all tweaking. Let me. Can we get up to 35 before we get off the live, man? Y'all make sure y'all hit that like button. If you have not hit that like button on YouTube, I see you hitting it now. Got 29 likes on the stream. Can we get one more to hit that 30? Can we get one more to hit that 30, man? We done broke that goal. We done hit our goal. Thank y'all for the 25 likes, though. Thank y'all. And once again, man, this is the Coach Smook Network. Thank y'all for tapping in. All my Bama family, all my AAA family, all of my members. If you want to become a member, make sure y'all click that link, become a member. Make sure y'all run it up. And we got 112 members right now. So let's try to get to that 120 mark before kickoff tomorrow. We may not. We still got some. We got a little bit over 24 hours to hit our goal. 5K before kickoff. I know it may seem crazy to even think that we can remotely get to that number, being at 3 point. Where we at? What number we at? 3 point. We had 3,354 followers. I'm gonna go ahead and pull it up. I ain't got no shame, man. I got goals. Let me see. I'm gonna pull it up. Live count. See live count. Here we go. We got 3,354 subscribers here on the Coach Smook Network. Right? And I wanted 5K before kickoff. I was believing God. I was saying we can push for 5K. But if you look at where we came from when we made that declaration, we were still at 3,025 followers when we said 5K before kickoff. And that was at the beginning of this month when we got back home. When we got back home from school. I think Boss want to take the mic, y'all. Y'all see this? Look. Get him. He just, now you don't want to. But 5K before kickoff, we still pushing for it. So if you don't do nothing else today, go look at my shorts. Go look at all my content on all across all platforms. Share it up. Say, follow us at Coach Smook on YouTube. Help us get to 5K. Some type of message there would be greatly appreciated. Twitter, y'all have been very helpful. Thank y'all. What up, Hines? Swag again. And are we finally going to see Bama pound the rock again? Hey, I think so. What's up, Swag? Welcome back in, bro. I wish I could get you on the phone line. Check in tonight, 8 p.m. We're going to be live. Call-in show, 8 p.m. We might push it back to 9, but if we have enough people responding to our posts and stuff, we'll go ahead and kick it off at 8. But live game watch party will start at 7. We'll start that at 7 if we're able to get it up. And y'all will get the link to the Discord. If you're not in the Discord, we're going to do it in Discord this time. If we're not able to do it in Discord, I'll provide a link. And it'll be members only. It'll be available for members only. So make sure you got your notifications on YouTube, members. All right. Make sure you got your notifications on. So that link is 14 slots available to do the live game watch party. And this one is going to be recorded as far as reactions. So when you come in, have fun. I know what type of product to put out to keep everybody safe. I know we got jobs and everybody got outside life pass being an Alabama fan. So we're gonna make sure we get the content out there to make it fun for everybody to enjoy here on the Coach Smook Network. And then people that want to become a part of this community, they can see how we interact. So 3,354 followers. Thankful for that. Thank God for that. But let's keep pushing the 5K. And with that being said, y'all, I'm your boy Coach Smook, and this is the Coach Smook Network. And when you see me in the streets, holler at me and say, put me in the game, Coach Smook. I appreciate y'all for tapping in this morning. Let's get ready for kickoff tomorrow. Hey, don't forget our kickoff show is tomorrow too. 8 a.m. We kicking that kickoff show tomorrow. Gonna do our pick'ems and all that good stuff. We're gonna do all of that. We're gonna have a phone call segment again tomorrow morning. We got a phone call segment tonight. I'm trying to give y'all a chance to have y'all voices heard. So tap in with your boy. And when you see me in the streets, holler at me. They put me in the game, Coach Smook. I'll catch y'all on the next one. Much love, y'all.
Remember, when you see me in the streets, holler at me. Say, put me in the game, Coach Smook.
Put me in the game, Coach Smook. Put me in the game, Coach Smook.
Like, share, subscribe. You know we keep it live.
Put me in the game, Coach Smook. 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 Put me in the game, Coach Smook.